Excuse me, y'all. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life. Season 1, Episode 19, You Make Me Wanna Snoop. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews who are here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate the episode, I would probably rate the episode a C minus. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, I probably will rate it a C minus. Okay. So you all, thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. The first couple that I want to talk about is Brittany and her mother and Terrence. I think that's his name, Terrence. But anyway, we all know that Brittany was dating Justin. He was her friend from back in the day. And he, appeared to want to have more of a sexual relationship than Brittany did. And so as a result of him kind of pushing it, Brittany sent him packing back to Canada. But not before she had him sleeping on the sofa. Okay. And so we see Brittany, moving around her apartment after Justin has left. She's having a hard time making an adjustment because she hurt her arm doing an ATV accident. And so, she's called her mom and told her mom that she wants her to, come and help take care of the baby. Okay. And so we see her mother arrive and everything. And I must say that her mom, this little wig that her mom got on and everything, really made the mother look so nice. I was like, wow, I had no idea that her mother looked that nice. And actually, Brittany is a pretty girl when she doesn't have on those big dinosaur lashes and stuff like that. Brittany really is a beautiful girl. But anyway, she, was talking to her mom and, thanking the mom for being there. As soon as the mother came through the door, she was making up the bed. You know what we do as moms. And so, Brittany is telling her mom that, she was dating Justin. She thought that it was going to work out with Justin, and it didn't because, he was a lot different in person than he was over the internet and by telephone and Instagram DMs and all of that kind of stuff. And so her mother was like, great. And so then she tells her mother that she's going out on a date with a gentleman that we had already seen Brittany with. And so she's going out on a date with him. And the mother was like, I don't know about this. The mother, during an interview, indicated that she wanted Brittany and Yazan to work out because of their outer appearance. He was tall, she was tall, he was good looking, she was good looking, and so she wanted she wanted to have tall children. And at first I thought this has got to be scripted or this got to be made up. But honey, let me tell you, the mother was serious as a heart attack, okay? She, wanted them to be together for all the wrong reasons. Of course, we know that that relationship did not work out with them because you are not compatible just because you look good together, right? And you would think that her mother would know something like that. I just was kind of a little embarrassed for her. I really was embarrassed for her. But anyway, I digress. So now Brittany, friend comes over. She's getting fresh, fresh. She's freshening herself up for a date. And her friend comes to the door and he is unexpectedly greeted by Brittany's mother. Now, here he's going out on the date with Brittany, and Brittany hasn't even told him that her mom was in town and that the mom was staying with her. So, of course, when the mother greeted him at the door, he was shocked. And, she was just a tad bit rude. Just, a tad bit rude. And so, she began to, grill him about, what his intentions were towards Brittany. And in doing so, she inadvertently told him that Brittany had been hurt twice before, or three times, two times, three times before. And so he said, well, what do you mean? You said that this is like her second, third time or whatever. And so the mother was like, yeah, Brittany was married before. So, of course, the gentleman was like, Brittany never told me this. She never mentioned it to me. So, that's why sometimes you need to keep your trapper shut, right? You need to just, pump your brakes on it and everything. So, anyway, Brittany now has to be confronted about this because he was like, she's not being telling the truth. Now, of course, we know during the time period that Justin was there, she had ghosted Terrence and, wasn't calling him, wasn't answering his phone calls or anything like that because she just knew that it was going to work out with this gentleman. And then when it didn't, this is her rebound guy or her default guy. But Brittany is indicating that she really liked him. Well, if you really liked him, and you really wanted to give it a chance, Brittany, the best thing to do was just to stay in a relationship with him. But of course, that wouldn't be a show now, would it? So Brittany goes out, Terrence is, sitting there with the mother, and he said that, he really likes her, and that Brittany is in good hands with him, and that, everything gonna be okay. And so Brittany comes out, they go on a date, and he begins to ask Brittany about these things. First of all, he wanted to know why she ghosted him, but he also wanted to know, about her marriage and why she withheld that information from him. Brittany said that, just talking about the relationship because it was so bad, it triggers her. And, I can understand that. And so, of course, she begins to give him a little bit of insight or intel on the relationship. They go, he wants to treat her because he flew in from Detroit. And so now he wants to treat her really nice. And so he takes her to go and get a pedicure. The two of them get that done together, and he enjoys it. This is his first time getting one. And Brittany said that she loves men who pamper their feet and pamper themselves. And I do too. I love a man who is very well groomed and takes the time out to do that stuff for himself. And so, Brittany realizes that she really does like him. She apologizes and tries to tell him or give him more information about herself. But y'all know Brittany's not going to be forthcoming with the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? And so the two of them go back to his Airbnb, and they get to kissing and all of that. Now, Brittany indicates that she is not going to sleep with him, but that she is going to give him a little something to remember her by. Now, I'm thinking to myself, now, what would that be? Okay, is that a happy ending? Okay, but anyway, I digress, and that is it for Brittany. Okay, we'll come back, I guess, at a later time to talk about Brittany. The next couple I want to talk about is disgusting Coty and Vanessa. Get that money, Vanessa. That's all I can say. Get that money. Coty, of course, has gone to his mother and asked his mother's permission in order to propose to Vanessa. Mom Debbie said that she is not happy about this. She thinks that he's moving too fast because, after all, Vanessa has just recently gotten a divorce. And so the mother thinks that, this is going to cause her not to want to, continue to stay in a relationship with him. And so the two of the, he's at the home and he's, getting these little nasty gels and sex toys and all of that stuff together in his luggage and snacks in his luggage because he's going to treat her to a weekend in Big Bear. And so, of course, Vanessa comes home and everything, and they're ready to go. And so, on the drive up, they started talking about the relationship, and Coty asked Vanessa whether or not, she would want to get married again. She said, well, when I find the right person, this is something that I think that I would probably want to do. Somebody is just gagging. She said, when I find the right person, I think that this may be something that I want to do. And so, so they get to talking in the car, and she talks about the amount of, love making, if you will, that Coty wants to do with her. And so she starts cussing, cussing The F-bomb, she was dropping the F-bomb so much that she had to take to Instagram to apologize for it. Vanessa, don't apologize for being grossed out by Colty and the amount of sex that, he wants to have with you. She said that Colty talks through the whole thing and she just wants him to, get it over with. Now, if the weenus is worth its weight in gold, you know daggone well you ain't gonna be wanting him to be finished with it. I'm just saying. I mean, from my experience, if it's good, why would you want to cut it off? But evidently it's not good. She said that Colty wants to have it 3 times a day and then he wants to do it for 3 hours times three. That's a whole full-time job, okay? Plus overtime. But anyway, so she's saying, Colty, if you want this much sex, why didn't you stay with Jessica? Why did you cheat on Jessica? And, because Jessica was giving you plenty of sex. And so, she really doesn't really, in my opinion, really like Colty. I think that this is something that, she's doing to get paid. I just don't see the connection between the two of them. I don't care how much she tries to look googly eyed at him and how much she tries to appreciate the gestures and stuff like that Colty's doing. I don't really see this relationship lasting between the two of them. I think that she's enjoying the ride as his friend and a friend to Debbie, and I absolutely understand that. But I do not see the connection between the two of them, especially when you all are fussing about sex and the amount of sex that someone wants. Colty says that, having this amount of sex for him is intimacy. But let me tell you, you just banging it out, really with a plastic doll or a rubber doll anytime she's not in there with you, right? And I mean, I'm just saying what she said, okay? She was like, I just be done with it. So I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, just anyway, he takes her, they get to the hotel and everything, and it has like a medieval theme, I guess it is, and in a Greece or whatever it was, Rome. I don't know what the room was decorated like. I was confused in a mofo, right? It just looked junky and trashy. They get there and they have these costumes and, they play dress up with one another. And it's just, the same old, same old. And, they get to kissing and talking on the bed and whatever. Let me just get past their asses. Okay, please, let's get past their asses. The next person that I want to talk about is Molly and Kelly. As we all know, last week, Molly, was all up in her girlfriend's face, Cynthia and all of them, and was telling them that she had, searched the internet and found this little black baby that, I guess, was light-skinned, it maybe had some little, big ears and everything like Kelly. And this was allegedly, supposedly, allegedly Kelly's baby. And see, that's the thing about it. As I said last week, it ain't going to be Kelly's baby, right? That's what I predicted last week when we did this review together. So Molly has brought everybody into her business as she usually does. I mean, no discretion, nothing. She just bringing everybody in there. She know this mofo is a cotton freaking New York police officer, right? And so, but she wants to drag him through the streets, in my opinion. And I don't know if this is for the storyline or whatever, but I have been extremely embarrassed and almost just cringing to see Kelly being dragged this way through the streets. I'm just, like for real. I'm looking at it almost like he my second cousin on my daddy's side. I mean, it's just certain things you just do not do to a man, right? And I think the thing that you don't do is emasculate him. And while she may not feel that that's what she's doing, that's how I see it. Let me know down in the comment section how you see it. I mean, you got this man's business out there in the street, and it ain't his business to carry. So anyway, of course, we know last week Kelly came to the house and everything. And, Molly jumped up off the sofa and ran over to Kelly and got all up in his arms and all of that kind of stuff, knowing that she had been out on Instagram, stalking somebody's daggone page. I guess that's why they called this "You Make Me Want to Snoop," because she was snooping on this woman's Instagram page. And so, of course, the moment has come for her now to ask Kelly about it. And so instead of her standing up in her big woman draw, she, tiptoes around the situation and was like, are you sure that nobody that you've been dating in the past has ever, been pregnant by you or had a baby? And so Kelly was like, well, what are you talking about? And so she was like, a kid. A kid, not a kid, a child. A kid is a goat, right? Isn't that a baby goat? Anyway. So, Molly is sitting there and she's saying, has anybody ever been pregnant? So Kelly was like, no. And she was like, well, I want to show you something. She had already told him that she was out there on Instagram and this is what women do. We go out there and we snoop around on the old woman page because we want to compare ourselves. Let me tell you something, honey. It ain't nothing to knock your self-esteem down lower than to compare yourself to another woman. God has made all of us unique and beautiful in our own way, right? So there's no need for me to compare myself against any other woman in this world. We are all different. And we're beautiful. We're more precious than any ruby, diamond, sapphire, gold, metal. I don't care what it is. We are beautiful in our own way, and we are enough. And so there's no need for anybody to compare their looks against mine, me to compare my looks against anybody else's. But this is what Molly claims is the reason why she did this. So now we got, Kelly looking at the picture. Kelly looks at the picture and says, oh, shh. And so Molly's like, you know what? He's like, this ain't my baby. So Molly gonna ask him, are you sure? What do you mean, am I sure? If I said it ain't my baby, it's not my baby. It's not his baby. So I don't know if they wanted to throw this bull crap in there to embarrass this man or what it was. But I'm telling you right now, it was cringy. There were so many things that I wanted to say. And I just was like, you know what, Auntie, don't say it. Don't come out here on the end and say it, right? Because thank you so much, Libra Love, for the $10 super chat. Thank you. It was so cringy, and I was like, she was like, the baby is the same age as the relationship, whatever. He was like, that's not my baby. He said, I'm a responsible man. If I had a child, I would be taking care of the child. So now she's sitting there saying, now she feels embarrassed. Now she feels stupid. Now she feels stalkerish. Now she feels cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Mighty fine time to think about it. All little black babies don't look the same as all little black babies and all little black, you know what I'm saying? We come in different shades and hues and all that kind of stuff. And he said, look, this woman got a cotton free, this is her baby. She already has other children and she's married. But I'm so glad. TLC, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For blurring out that little baby's picture. For not allowing that little baby and its mama or anybody else to be dragged down in this bull. An innocent child is now being assigned to a father who's not even the daddy. Thank you, TLC, for using discretion and not allowing that to happen. Because I'm going to tell you, that would have been some messy bullcrap. Now, I don't know if this is scripted. I'm only talking off of what I see. But I thought it was disgusting to bring an 8-year-old child into this. And to even have people going out and trying to find that baby's mama. That's disgusting. And then to take it to another level, you making it appear that this daggone man will hide his child. How disgusting. There's another way to get clicks and views on that damn show without bringing anybody else down for it. That's just... I'm about to break my glass table. Who does that? For a view? For a view. So people done already found his page. So are they going, are people going, is the baby picture going to now start floating on Instagram or Facebook or whatever? You owe that woman a damn apology, whether you identified her or not. It's just all kinds of fucked up. And now she's sitting up there saying, I feel embarrassed. He said, look, let me tell you, don't sabotage this relationship because of your past hurts, because of what mofos did to you, or what you allowed mofos to do to you. He said, that's not my baby. I'm a responsible man, and I would take care of it. Do you want to make me a daddy? And now she's sitting there backpedaling and pussy popping because she has been dishonest. And that's the thing about it. Even when we met Molly the first season, Molly was dishonest. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, I ain't got nothing against the woman. I'm just telling you what I saw on the screen, and I'm going to be fair, and I'm a drag and read and tell the truth out here. I don't give a damn who it is. Molly. Now, she is the one that's the liar, or that's perpetrating a fraud, or that's lying by omission, because she ain't told this mofo, who she knows wants a child, that she is unable to produce one. Why? Can she be honest? You trying to drag him and trying to bring some stuff about him out, but what about the lie you telling? You don't even want any more children. And you know he wants children, so let him go. If you really love him the way you say you love him, let him fucking go. Let him go to a woman who can give him children and who wants to give him children. Now I can see if the mofo didn't want any kids, that's a whole different thing. But this mofo wants children, and you're wasting his time. So who's the liar? Who's being deceitful? Sound like it's Molly to me? Write it down in the comment section and let me know if I'm wrong in my, in my gag, my roast, and my drag. Let me know, cause I can take it. I can take it. Last but not least, y'all, we got Cotton freaking Ed and Liz. Liz too is getting paid, boo, by the hour. Liz is punching in, bitch, and punching out. She is now Big Ed's girlfriend. They both went to the wedding. They had, sex several times. Ed said he loves the way that Liz, takes over and gives it to him on the south side. And he loves the way that she bites his top lip and his bottom lip at the same time. Ed has not dated anyone in, 28, 39 years. And so now, it's 2 weeks later after the wedding, and they have decided that they're going to go and see his daughter, Tiffany. Now, Tiffany was upset with Ed last season. If we are to believe what we're seeing on the screen, bitch, she alleged last season that, her father had put her down for Rose. Now here it is. He has another younger woman in his life. And according to Ed, all the women who are his age, he doesn't get along with, or he doesn't gel with. Something's the hell wrong with you. It's not them, because you the common denominator, mother. Anytime you got to go to younger women simply because you can't get along with people in your own weight class, or in your own neck class, that's on you. That's not on them. But anyway, so they're going to the hotel and everything. Liz is apprehensive. She says that, she has anxiety and she about to hyperventilate. And I'm like, she don't have no coping skills, right? And so, they're going to the hotel, and now we see them at the restaurant, because I'm going to cut through all of the chase, right? So they're at the restaurant and everything, and they're sitting down, and they're waiting for the daughter to come in. Tiffany comes in, and she got an attitude straight off the break. Straight off the break. It's amazing that Ed can make a daughter so beautiful, because that is a beautiful girl. Now, what Liz should have did was put her wedding makeup on, but she didn't. She came as she was. She said, you know, they said come as you are, right? So she came as she was, and as soon as Tiffany sat down, you know, she greeted her father, then she greeted Liz with a handshake and everything. And then she sat down and, you know, she was like, okay, so Liz is younger than me, but she looked older than me. She said, this bitch looks raggedy. She said she looks raggedy, tattered, drawn through the street wet. She said she looked like a Agatha Christie. And Botox is her friend. I said, well, damn. Tiffany, if that wasn't a drag of the damn year, I don't know what was. But she sure said that that bitch looked older than her. She said that bitch is a hag. I said, damn. Tiffany, my kind of girl. But anyway, so of course, you know, they're sitting there and everything. And, you know, come to find out, I think Ed's daughter is almost 3 years older than this young lady. And she is not pleased at all with Liz being there with her father. She thinks that her father is moving too fast. She, you know, doesn't understand why he wants to date younger women. And he said that Liz and his daughter are the same people. And she was like, Dad, I don't know what the fuck you meant by that, but that's weird as hell. Take that back. I'm gagging, Dad. Don't say something or anything like that. And I thought that that was weird because why would you want to date someone like your daughter? Why would you even make the comparison? Like, somebody let me know down in the comment section. Why would he even make the comparison between Liz and his daughter? What a creepy ass mother. Liz is uncomfortable. The daughter is not feeling her at all. Like, at all. She don't know what Liz's motive is for being with him at all. She gets up from the table and says she has to go to the bathroom because Tiffany done dragged her ass so bad, right? She gets up and, you know, leaves and everything. And so Ed was like, what you think? And she was like, you know, this is the first woman that I've met, you know, since forever. You haven't been in a relationship. I want you to be happy, but I think it's something weird with you dating these young women like this. And it is. It is. You're dating someone younger than your daughter. I have brought Discovery Plus, y'all, so that you don't have to. I'm going to tell you what has been good, and that's been the Pillow Talk. Now, I didn't want to do Pillow Talk separately, but I think the Pillow Talk is good because you really get to see how the other people feel about these relationships in comparison to their relationship with these mofos. And it's really good. Lauren and Alexi, I think that's their name, are really good about it. It's just, I think that they have a really good combination of people who are on there. And yeah. So anyway, that is the end of my review of 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life. Season 1, Episode 19, You Make Me Want to Snoop. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the chat nice and safe. I love you. Special shout out to all of the members of Auntie's Advice. I love you all to pieces. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, hit the thumbs up button. But most of all, if you've been here more than 2 times, you are part of the family. You might as well go ahead on and hit that subscribe button so that every time I go live, you go live with me. You all have a great night, and we'll talk again real soon. Bye, y'all.